Hi again. Here we are, and thank you for coming back. I really appreciate it. Can't tell you how much. Uh, Especially a couple of my topics. I did get approval from a couple people that said that I wasn't too much of a jackass, but I'm trying to find a balance of telling funny stories or interesting stories and just and also being honest when well, being honest, yeah. This thing is running, right? Yeah, okay. I know I don't want to screw me up. I've been messing with lighting for so long. Okay, I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to try to make this short because that'll be such a lie. Um, but I have been messing around here a bit, trying to do something, a little more interesting. Just, always, like I say, trying to learn from the professionals. So I'm trying to make my background a little more interesting. We'll get to that. And I went ahead and went with 720p, which seemed to get rid of those lines that I had in the camera, those horizontal lines that were bugging me. And what else? But it's still so ghetto. It is, this all this back here is so ghetto. Uh, I'll start with the, which way? Yeah, see, I flipped the camera around for the first time, just so that Wick would say Wick for you, right, rather than reverse. So I turned the camera around. But of course, now that I know you're all familiar with this, it screws you up when you try to point and you're pointing on the wrong way, this way, that way, and I can't even figure out which way to move. You know how it is. You guys, most of you that are watching, are straight up professionals at this sort of thing. But anyway, let me hit that with the world's brightest flashlight, and I'm gonna put it behind my armpit so it doesn't get me and kill me. Damn, that thing's bright. Okay, there. Did I do something like that? That's John Wick, the movie, and that '69 Mustang. That's the car. See it? That's okay. That's good enough. This thing has this crazy that mode too. And that wasn't the brightest mode. The brightest power. It's got a higher power setting. It is brighter than the sun. I've mentioned it once before. Anyway, I can't even use it. You can't even use it indoors. I had it to use for lighting, to help bounce some lighting off the ceiling or something. But it is so crazy bright. Here. See, it's so crazy bright that you can't even use it. So there. That's better. It's for outdoors. It's just too bright. So, but anyway, all right, that John Wick thing, that's metal. Yeah. See, I'm going to move the wrong way, but that's metal. That whole thing is made out of metal, and I've got 4 of those because I was going to move, right? My joke is I've been 2 weeks away from moving for like 8 months now, so I don't want to, put holes in the walls or whatever and hang those things up, because then I figure, well, I'm going to move real soon, right? But then nope, something always comes up, and there's never any money to do so. But anyway, my dear friend Deanna Petku, shout out to Deanna, was a great help with me. She's not only a super talented vocalist, but artist, and so colors and stuff. And so I was showing her the 2 colors that I was going to use primarily in the place I was going to move to. There's this Chinese red and a kind of call it battleship gray. 3 walls, battleship gray, and then an accent wall, because you can't do too much of that Chinese red. It's overkill, just accent wall. But anyway, so she was a huge help to me in picking out. See, I went the wrong way. There they are. There, yeah, helping me pick out those. And this is a series. I'm trying to get there. Over there. It's a series of paintings or art. Now, let me get the chair back where I want it to, because it's interesting on the other side too. With the yellow pickup. The yellow truck. Yeah. But anyway, fuck. See? Wrong side. The metal ones. It's a series, and the deal is it's usually a character like John Wick or Bandit from Smoking the Bandit, or Don is the guy's name from Mad Men. And what's the 4th one? Oh, Dean from Supernatural. Yeah, and they have a Magnum PI. So it's always an iconic car, and then a main character, and they all look kind of like that, with the character in the foreground, and then his iconic car behind him, and then there's colors, and so she was helping me match the colors real well, and because they have like 40 of them probably that are like this, and then they have other kinds of genres, if you will. But this style with a character and a name of a movie, or I mean, the character's name from a movie or TV show like Magnum, and then some iconic car. That series, I was trying to work from only that series, and still they were like, what did I say, 40, something like that, and try to pick 4. So for this shoot right here, I thought I'm going to put one of them back there. But like I said, it's so ghetto. You know what I'm doing here is just so amateur. That is secured with black electric tape. Yeah, there's a plasma TV back there. There, see it? That little bit. Damn it, it's still the wrong side. Fuck me. How come I not? There. No, you know where I'm trying to point. There. Yeah, that's a plasma television, and it has a bezel around it, right? And when it goes over to there, I've got black electric. See, wrong. I got black electric tape taping that thing, that John Wick thing, or it'll fall over. So ghetto. It's pathetic. But and even the lighting, I've got a little bitty flashlight shining on the John Wick thing, and I've got another one shining on the painting there in the corner, and that little moon ball is glowing a little bit, and it's just, you know, all the people that are professional know how hard this lighting business is, and that's just lighting, you know. It's not wardrobe and makeup. If I had makeup or what are the components? Although just the rest of the backdrop. Oh, background music. Forget about, you know, wardrobe. Did I mention wardrobe or hair or what I'm going to say, or, you know, forget about all that. I've been messing with lighting for the longest time. Now it seems like half an hour, and hey, it's 7 minutes. I haven't said a word of any consequence. Okay, so the subject of this one, I think, is going to be karaoke. I just thought I'm really just, it's just stress relief for me. Today I did survive. No, wait, it was yesterday I survived another. No. Today, damn it. Today, another car disaster with a borrowed car because of the disaster 2 days ago with the spark plug that blew up and blew clear out of cylinder, or cylinder number 5, and probably ruined that car. It's probably the end of that car. So I borrowed a car, and then that car went nuts today, and idiot light came on. No, the check engine light came on, and then all the idiot lights came on, and it was like stuck. It's an automatic, but it was like stuck in second gear at like 4,000 RPMs, and I couldn't go faster than about 35 miles per hour. And I'm on the interstate, you know, going 35, and so cars are passing me going 75, and I hit the hazard lights right away, and tried to dive for the nearest exit ramp just to get off the highway, and fucking. So I just went straight to the Dobbs where my car is. I parked it like 2 spaces away from my own car. This borrowed car that a friend of mine, theoretically, she let me borrow it for a couple of days. I only had it for like 30 minutes before the transmission is, the technical term is, it's fucked. It's fucked. The transmission. I don't know what's wrong with it. I left it there, and I said, well, you know, I'm not going to spend her money. You know, it's not my car. But I said, if you want me to, I'll leave it. I have a good friend here. He's worked on my car, you know, 500 times. He'll you know, give a look at yours and not charge either of us anything, and at least give you some idea what in the world's wrong with it. It might be some computer chip thing. Probably is. Or maybe the transmission's going to fall out. Anyway, 9 minutes now. Still haven't said anything about my subject. Karaoke. Okay, there's 2 pieces to it. Let me do the St. Louis part first. No. My phone. That's a text. It's probably my sister. I'm sorry, excuse me. Oh my God. It's my cousin. Let me, I am so sorry. This is so rude. More tomorrow, I promise. More tomorrow, I promise. Exclamation point. Glad to hear that. There. Okay. Thinking about you too. A lot. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. One of my cousins, she's really nice. All my cousins are nice. Anyway, I was talking about, see, now it's 10 minutes. I've covered nothing. Oh, yeah, karaoke. I'll do the Chicago one only because in Next Music, uh, I've told pieces of this story in 15 different streams of my friends there, but it's in chat and it's hard to tell a coherent story because it's chat. It's a madhouse and there's things coming in and so gave a 50-point Ferris wheel and so has joined the chat and all these other things, and then there's actual conversation, but it's all fragmented, and so there's a lot of people that have heard various fragments of this one story. I've never told it coherently once because you can't do it. So I'm trying to do it here. So there's one song involved. It is Louis Capaldi's "Someone You Loved." That's the song. Okay, and I've sang that song probably 25 times, and I try to emote, put emotion into it, but I'm not really there. It's not. I'm not feeling. I mean, I'm trying to feel it, but it doesn't affect me. No, it's it's just a song, for shit's sakes. But for some reason, I was going to see the Harp Twins in Chicago, I'm pretty sure, or maybe it was Cincinnati. Doesn't matter, right? It's a long drive, 6-7 hours, and I'm by myself, and my phone is just shuffling through 10,000 songs or whatever it's got on it. And all of a sudden, this one comes up, and I'm like, fine, I know the words to all the songs that are on there, and plenty of songs that aren't on there. I know the lyrics. So it comes up, and so I'm singing it. Was it raining? No, it wasn't raining at the time. So I'm just singing the song, at the top of my lungs, as they say, and all of a sudden, I don't know why, the lyrics, the emotions got to me, and I've been in this song. I've been this song, but again, I sang it 25 times, no problem. But this time, it got to me. It hit me so hard. I'm embarrassed to tell you guys this. I was crying. I was crying. I'm a grown man. I haven't cried in 20 years or so, since I was 6 years old or something, or whatever. But I'm crying, and it's an issue because I'm going 90, on the interstate at night, and now I can't. My eyes are full of water. Shit. So I'm wiping my eyes to be able to see, and and I can't even stop singing. That's not enough. I can't let the song play. I have to actually, kill it, stop the song, so I can stop crying. So anyway, my point, as I've said, in various little pieces, was that song kicked my ass on the way to Chicago. So I decided to kick its ass, first chance I got, and that was, the Harp Twins had a gig on a Friday night, and then they had one on a Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night there was a party, and I hung out with them, and then they went off to rehearse because they have a gig on Sunday as well. So then I go to there was after parties on a lot of different floors, and I was on 14 of this one thing, and I can't let that go. It's different. On the 14th floor, there's some like 3 after parties, and one of them is karaoke. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting into that thing, plus free alcohol. If you have the right creds, you get in, and there's free alcohol, and there's a DJ, and it had a nice setup. And so I thought, this is a perfect opportunity for this song. It kicked my ass on the way up there. I'm going to kick its ass now. So I tell the DJ, yeah, this song, and so I sang it karaoke in front of 40 people. Didn't cry, no. I kicked that song's ass. I mean, I think I did okay. There's another part of this story where I said, yeah, people clapped, but I think it was a pretty easy room. And I was given a hard time that there's no such thing as an easy room. Those people were sitting there. They were sitting on their hands, and they decided to bang their hands together. You caused that, so, own it. Be proud of that. And I'm like, oh, okay. I still think it's a pretty easy room. I mean, it's karaoke, People are going to be polite enough to clap. But the point was, I didn't break down into tears. I think I sang it accurately, right notes, of course, and emotions, there, but not really, I mean, I wasn't about to break into my own actual tears. So I kicked its ass after it kicked my ass on the way up there. So I think that's the whole story. Gosh, it goes so fast when you just have a chance to tell, but it's really hard to talk about in chat. But that's it. That's it. I had an after party, and I went to the after party, and I told the DJ, yes, that's the song I want to do. I'm going to kick this song's ass. Now, yeah, if you notice me moving funny, like I said, I flipped the camera for once just so the wick would read properly and not be backwards. But now that makes everything backwards, for me. You all know what I mean. And so as I try to, get out of the way of something or whatever, I'm always going the wrong direction. Or if my head's tilted and I think I need to tilt it back, I end up tilting it twice as much, wrong, something like that, stupid. I'm just an amateur, so that's the main problem. I don't know what I'm doing. See, I went the wrong way. I want to get like this, and all right. So what's the other? Oh yeah, the St. Louis part of the karaoke. This is a longer part, and you're like, fuck, how can longer? You're already at 16 minutes, and you've said very very little of any consequence, and nothing entertaining probably, unless the thought of me crying, going 90 miles an hour, if that has some entertainment value, then good. Good, I'm glad. Mission accomplished. Yay me. I did something worthwhile here. Okay, so St. Louis. Yeah, a guy friend and I went to see a comedy club gig. I forget who the headliner was, but I knew him, and he was funny. Oh, I almost had his name. I can't remember. But anyway, it was a Saturday night, so they got the headliner there. It's the big deal for this week, and then right next door is a blues bar, and there's a band there, a house band that plays blues. Except wait, I lied. The house band is there on Saturday nights, yes, but this was Friday night. Oopsie. So in the first place, my friend wimped out on me and said we drove separately, and he's like, I'm tired, I'm gonna go. I'm like, come on, man, it's Friday night. Come over with me to the bar. He's like, nope. So I'm like, all right, I'm going anyway. Hell with you. So I did. Went over there by myself. But see, on Friday night, it's not the band I was expecting. It's a really good blues band, and listen to some good music and drink. But no, that's not what's happening on Friday nights. It's karaoke night. So, and I wasn't planning on doing any, but there's a bar, so I know what to do with that part of it. So I go, and there's this young woman there. I don't know how old she might have been, 30, 29, right around there. And so, I'm not an idiot. I sat down next to her. She's sitting by herself, so I figure, well, if she's got a boyfriend or something, that's his problem. If he comes back, then I'll get out of the way. But I sit down and I order a drink, and I say hi, I'm Keith, and she introduces herself, and I said, do you need another drink there? And looking pretty low, and she's like, sure. So I buy her a drink, and we talk for a little bit, and the karaoke's going on, and we're kind of half listening to the karaoke and kind of half making conversation. And then they call her name's May, first name May. They call her name. The DJ says, "Okay, May, it's time for May," and blah blah blah. And she's like, "Excuse me, I got to go do." She had signed up for a karaoke song. Like, oh, okay, good. Crush it. And she goes up there and she sings really well. And so yeah, and it's a solo. It's just her. And she comes off stage and she comes back and sits down. And I tell her, I say, "Well, I really like that." I can't even remember what song she did. I have no idea, but she did it well. And I said something to her about, I really like that she did this and I like that, and she really, hit that bridge with a lot of power and a lot of emotion, and then, a little melismatic run there I thought was really, really well done, and there was a key change maybe or something, and so anyway, she says, "Hey, let's you and I go do a duet." And I'm like, no, I'm not, anyway, so to make this story a little shorter, she managed to drag me up there. Yes. So, literally pulled me by the hand up there, and she tells the DJ, Lady Antebellum, Just a Kiss is the song. I'm like, that's fine. I know the lyrics to every song ever written. I think. So, that's fine. So, plus, it's karaoke. The lyrics are right there in front of you. And so it's a duet, and so it's color-coded. I know my part, I know she's got her part, and then there's a third color for, us to sing together. And so it went really well. It really did. I mean, we looked at each other at the right times and looked, out at the crowd at the right times, and then turned, to each other. And just, it looked like we knew what we were doing, and looked like we rehearsed it a bit. I mean, it really came off well. I don't want to be too close to the camera. And I don't know if you saw there was enough light. Is there enough light? This shirt is actually, yeah, see, it's green. Haha. I have a shirt that's not, I have more than one shirt. Fuck, that light's bright. So I own more than one shirt. This one's kind of a greenish, dark green. So yeah, so it went real well. And we came off, and she said, thanks for doing that with me. And I'm like, oh, I had a good time. And I haven't done karaoke in years and years. So it was different for me, and I enjoyed it. I really did. And she's a lot of fun, and she's talented. She's a really good singer. She doesn't tell me till much later she's a professional singer from Chicago. Coincidentally, has nothing to do with the Chicago part of the story I told earlier. Just that's where she happens to live. And I don't know if her day job is like a pharmaceutical sales rep or something, but she makes the trip from St. Louis to Chicago all the time. But she's in St. Louis, my city, a lot, and she says she comes to this bar a lot. And I should have figured something was going on, more than meets the eye, as I started noticing that the bartender calls her by name, the DJ calls her by name, and some of the people in the crowd know her name. So she's like known, there. And I'm like, this isn't right. I'm missing something. There's something she's not telling me. What she's not telling me is several things. One is she's in there all the time. Two, she's a professional singer. Yeah. And she still hasn't told me that. We sit back down, we have another drink or two, 15, 20 minutes, and she says, let's go again. And I'm like, no. Well, anyway, long story short, yes. She gets me up there again, and I can't even remember the name of this song, this one. But it was a duet, and we did pretty well, and had a great time. So anyway, we parted company, and like I said, she lives in Chicago, so and she did tell me that, and then she did say she's a professional singer, and I don't know if that's her real job, and her other side job is pharmaceutical sales, or vice versa, but she has two jobs, one of them professional singer somehow. I don't know, at wedding receptions or what. She didn't fill me in completely there, but I'm like, ringer, you're a ringer. You didn't tell me you're a professional singer, and you dragged me up there to do these two things with you, And she's like, no, you were fine. I was glad to have you with me, And she's really sweet, really nice. So I said I had a good time. So over the next couple months, I went up there a couple times. I got cleaned up, trying to make myself a little presentable, and drove up there. And it's not super close. And the first time I took a run at this, she wasn't there. And I mean, it'd be pure chance. There's pure randomness, right? And she wasn't there. And I'm like, okay. And second opportunity that I had a free Friday night, I thought, I'm gonna try it again. And the second time she was there, so I was pretty lucky. I could have gone 10 times and she'd not be there. And there she was the second time. I'm like, hey, May, and she remembered my name, and I was ready for her. I had actually picked out a couple songs. I thought if I run into her this time, I'm picking the songs. And so right away she's like, are you ready? You want to go and do something? I'm like, sure, yeah. I said, except this time I get to pick the songs. You picked them last time. I'm choosing them this time. She's like, sure, fine. So let's see. Oh yeah, for the first one we did, Love Lies, right? Khalid and what you call it? So I tell the DJ, Love Lies, and she looks at me and she's like, you got that? I'm like, hell yes, I got that. Come on. And I had rehearsed it. I practiced. I had it. So we do that, and we killed it. Because I had rehearsed it. I really, before I was coming up there cold. I was just there to watch a comic, and didn't know I was going to be, doing singing and doing karaoke duet. Didn't know that. Nope. This time I rehearsed, and we killed it. And so it was great fun. And oh yeah, that's right. That's a pretty short song. I mean, it runs like 3:05 or something like that. It's kind of short, and time just flies. As I say, time flies when you're having fun. It went really fast, and she is well known there. I guess she kind of runs the place practically. So she just looked at the DJ and just said, "We're gonna do this again," And she didn't say a word, but she's like, "Hit it again," and whoever's turn it was next, screw them. May is staying up there. You know, she runs the place, right? She practically. So we just did the same. We just did it again. We just did the same song again, and had a great time. And we went off stage and sat down, had a couple drinks at the bar, and then I said, "You ready to go again?" And she's like, "Sure, sure. You gonna do another one?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." And so what was the second one? It's much older. Oh yeah. Picture. Sheryl Crow and is it Tim McGraw and Sheryl Crow or Kid Rock or somebody? I know Sheryl Crow has a female lead, but anyway, picture. I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today. So we do that one, and I tell the DJ I'm picking the songs. I tell him that, and then you go sit down and wait for your name to get called, and then we went up there and we did that one too, and it was a great time. So hey, I'm at 25 minutes, and I think that's yeah. So that's both karaoke stories. One up from Chicago and then St. Louis, yeah, where and I was really lucky that like I said, I could have gone up there 10 times on Friday evenings and she not be there, but I got lucky. Only the second time that I tried to run into her, I did run into her, and I had my 2 songs picked out already, and so anyway, it was fun. But I guess mainly what I wanted to do here was get that first story out, because like I said, there's I don't know how many, there's probably 50 people in Next Music, quite a few streamers and quite a few, folks that have heard little fragments of that, Keith crying at the Capaldi song, and then he kicked its ass back at karaoke. Little fragments, that get that come out in chat, but I never got a chance to really do it. So there. Hey, did I lose some? Did I have light go out? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're done here, but yeah, I put some background stuff up, and I talked about my John Wick stuff, and shout out to Deanna Petku for helping me pick those things out, and she also painted that wrong way yellow truck picture. Paint. It's not a picture. It's a painting. Why is my shoulder? See, everything's backwards. There. That's what I wanted to do. Now you can see the majority of that great painting that she did for me for a present. That's really nice. So, okay, yeah. I know, freakishly long, 27 minutes. I'm a parrot. I just talk. And anyway, thanks for listening. If you care anything about it, it's cathartic for me. It really is. Like I said, I had a terrible day today. No, I had a great day today. What am I saying? I had a great day today. A great day. It was like a continuation of my birthday and birthday week. And but the bad part was, another car disaster. Right on the heels of my own car disaster, and also the other disaster was the day after my car disaster, hearing back from the shop how the extent of how much things are fucked up, and that's probably the end of my car. So that's sad, and it's going to be a financial problem. It's almost an emotional problem. I know that sounds weird, but okay. Cover this real quick. If you're tired, you can turn off right here, because that's the end of karaoke. I'll just try to explain about this car thing a little bit. In a very short span of time, I lost my job, lost my career, lost my identity. I lost 2,000 people that knew me. Probably 500 of them would have walked through the gates of hell with me if I asked them to. 25 of them worked for me, and they would have certainly gone through the gates of hell with me. I lost my wife, who left me. I lost my house. I lost my retirement plan, which I burned my 401k completely to the ground trying to maintain the house payments without a job. And I filed for bankruptcy, got divorce papers served against me, not against me, I mean, amicable divorce, but it wasn't my idea. And foreclosure. Yeah, I knew there was another word I was missing. Foreclosure. So, out of all that, the only thing I came out of that entire mess with was my car, and now, as of 48 hours ago, I've lost it. So it sounds weird, but I'm kind of emotionally attached to that car, and so it's lost. Okay, this is coming right up on 30 minutes. So that's insane. but as you know, it's also normal for me. So we're going to get out of here right at 30 minutes. Thank you so much. If you're here, please, I'm not going to do the comment and subscribe and all that, because it's do what you like. I'd love to hear from you if you want to leave a comment, but a lot of times I just hear from you directly, comments. But if you can write them in here, that'd be cool too. But thank you for being here at this part of the story. If you've stayed, I really appreciate that, and I hope I've not touched the table, because if I touch this particular table, it shakes. Yeah. Okay. Thanks again. And this is during the zombie apocalypse. The COVID-19 thing has not even peaked yet. So if you're seeing us then, depending on when I let this loose, hang in there. We're all going to remember how we dealt with this, and we're going to be stronger on the other side of it. So it's great to be able to do things like this. And it's great that the internet still works, and we can keep in touch digitally. Yeah, that's my speech or my pitch for yay internet. Okay. In case you're anti-internet, I'm pro-internet, so that's my pitch for it. That's my plug for the internet. Take care, and thanks a lot for staying.